The Arizona Cardinals just break their 5-game losing streak, taking down the Dallas Cowboys and now advancing to 3-5 on the season. Man, this is what it feels like to win. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals news, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. And we're on the road to 19K as well. Cannot do without you guys. So don't be one of these guys that love to hover around the channel. Just subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. But today we're going to be talking about the Arizona Cardinals win over the Dallas Cowboys. And yes, although we're just have 3 wins on the season and now advancing to 3-5, boy, does it feel good to finally break and snap that 5-game losing streak that we were on. We haven't won a game in over a month, and it felt very, very terrible. It felt bad. It felt like the season was done. And yes, although right now the season is, I wouldn't say cooked, but this is the step in the right direction, right? You're 3-5. You got a lot of teams in the division that are now 6 wins. You got 2 games coming your way with some division games, Seattle as well as the 49ers. So you put yourself in a place where you can at least try to kind of crawl your way out of this whole situation. But man, oh man, oh man, we saw the defense step up with some really good plays. We saw the offense make some really good plays as well. So let's break this down. Shout out to Denzel Burke that ended up coming into this role as CB number 2 when Max Melton ended up going down with the concussion. Obviously, prayers up to Max Melton. Hopefully he gets healthy, but for the most part, Denzel Burke has played pretty solid. Of course, he got burned a couple different times, but he's a late round pick, right, or mid round pick for the Cardinals. So overall, did solid. He did get the game winning interception, so we'll take that. The Cardinals sacked Dak Prescott 5 times. 5 freaking times. 1 from Walter Nolen, 2 from Calais, and 2 from Josh Sweat. The guys on the defensive line were cooking, man. They were doing a fantastic job at the line. Sometimes Dak Prescott got a little sticky and kind of ran 5, 6, 10 yards. Sometimes it kind of frustrated me, but when the plays matter the most, the defense really stood up. We'll talk about Walter Nolen in a little bit. I promise you we will. He had a really good debut to his young career so far, but the defense stood up, man. They really did. For the most part, the way that this game started, it looked like Javonte Williams was going to run crazy over the Cardinals. Like, he had 10 yards, 11 yards, 15 yards. It was like they were going down our throat with the run, and then they found themselves behind, and they kind of abandoned the run. But Javonte Williams was 15 carries, 83 yards. He did pretty solid. Dak Prescott ended up leaving this game 24 of 39, 248 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. CeeDee Lamb was held to less than 30 yards in the first half. He got some more yardage in the second half. 7 receptions, 85 yards. George Pickens, 6 receptions, 79 yards. Ferguson, 5 receptions, 50 yards. So for a team that averages about 30 points a game, Cardinals defense did pretty darn good for what it's worth. And keep in mind, they only had 10 points going into the half. Now, 7 of those points came from a special teams play. So the first touchdown really only came in the 4th quarter for the Dallas Cowboys. The 4th quarter. That's when it only really came down to shout out to the Arizona Cardinals defense. They really came out and stepped up. So great stuff there. Let's move on over to the offense. Man, the offense played really good for the Cardinals. Really good. Now, the 4th quarter was a little scary. I had a little deja vu moments, right? Oh, man, they're coming back. The Cardinals aren't converting. All these things were happening in my head. But when the plays mattered, the Cardinals did a pretty solid job. Jacoby Brissett, 21 of 31, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amari DiMercado was the main guy that was toting the rock, which I was actually kind of surprised with. 14 carries, 79 yards. Zonovan Knight, 9 carries, 28 yards. There's not a run game. There really isn't. There was a couple big plays here and there from Amari, but other than that, like there wasn't a lot of big explosive runs. Like, I don't think anybody respects our run game at the end of the day. So if the Cardinals feel like they might have something here, maybe the Cardinals trade for somebody at the trade deadline. Fingers crossed. We'll see how that goes. Greg Dortch also got involved as well. 1 carry, 9 yards. Hell, maybe we could put Greg Dortch back there. We'll see. But overall, okay, right? It was pretty okay on the run. But the passing game, man. Marvin Harrison Jr. got most of his yards in the first half. 7 receptions, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. Man, Marvin Harrison Jr. was cooking DaRon Bland. At one point, he broke his ankles. He was cooking him, man. He was doing everything he wanted in that first quarter, and that's really what helped the Arizona Cardinals get this big lead that, the Cowboys felt like they were behind the sticks the whole time. Michael Wilson got involved, 3 receptions, 61 yards. He had a 50-yard gain really kind of helped him elevate to this level. Trey McBride, 5 receptions, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. And it was just overall, it was good, man. It was a really good performance for the Cardinals. One thing I also do want to note as well is the third down conversions for the Cardinals. Like, they left this game at 7 for 13, right? They left this game 7 for 13, but before the half, how efficient is this freaking offense? Like, it's so damn efficient. Before we went into the second half, the Cardinals at one point were 7 for 9. They were converting 78% of the time. And we're talking about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 14. It didn't matter. Jacoby Brissett is trusted in this offense. And that's one thing that I love to see from this organization and this team. And man, Jacoby Brissett is just running this offense so damn efficiently. And I love every second of it. I'm eating it up. I love it. What we're seeing with Marv, what we're seeing with Trey, what we're seeing with all these weapons that we have that people were kind of counting out, it's now starting to kind of come to fruition, and I absolutely love it. So, yeah, man, overall fun game. There was some deja vu moments, of course, in the fourth quarter where the Cardinals can't convert or couldn't convert anything because at one point there was a graphic that ended up flashing and it said the fourth quarter, I think the Arizona Cardinals had like 0 yards to the Dallas Cowboys 100 and something yards. So like it seemed like it was happening again, but the Arizona Cardinals defense came up and they stepped up. So Cardinals win 27-17. Fantastic game. Overall group effort, offensively, defensively. This was a game that it was so fun to watch. Now I'm actually excited to play the Seattle Seahawks. I'm so excited. Now, I don't know if it's going to be Kyler. I don't know if it's going to be Jacoby. That's going to be the conversation we're going to be having all week long. But let me tell you again, Jacoby Brissett runs this offense so damn efficiently, and it's going to be up to the hands of the coaching staff and what they feel like is going to happen. Jacoby stood toe-to-toe versus the Colts, unfortunately lost. Stood toe-to-toe versus the Green Bay Packers, unfortunately lost. And finally got his first win on the season. Now 2-1 in the season. And I love what I've seen so far, man. I love what I've seen so far. So let's talk about Walter Nolen, shall we? Let's talk about Walter Nolen. Now, one thing I will say, actually, one thing before we talk about Walter Nolen. Sorry. We didn't have very many penalties in this game. We had 2 penalties, 10 yards. That's it. We played a pretty clean game. That's crazy. That's pretty darn crazy. They had 6 penalties, 55 yards, and a very boneheaded, and I mean a very, very boneheaded taunting call by Pickens that kind of helped us out in that last drive. And not even to mention how many forced fumbles that the Arizona Cardinals ended up forcing in this game. How did I not talk about that? 3 forced fumbles. 2 of them were recovered by the Cardinals. We were freaking feasting out there on defense. Like, the defense helped us win this game. But, of course, the Cardinals put up 27 points. They couldn't match it. So, it was really cool. It was really exciting. Let's talk about Walter Nolen, shall we? Man, Walter Nolen is as advertised. Let me say one thing. I never thought Walter Nolen, I never had him in my top 5, my top 10. I'm going to say this right now. That was a miss from me. Walter Nolen is as advertised. I think if you look at the stats from Walter Nolen, he's already has a sack on his young career. He's got a tackle for loss, and he's got a ball batted down. And he probably could have had a second sack if it wasn't for Josh Sweat getting it. But he was super close to potentially getting 2 sacks. Walter Nolen, ladies and gentlemen, was the pick at the 16th overall pick. This kid is hungry. This kid is ferocious, got that motor, plays with violence. I don't think we're seeing Darius Robinson 2.0, which we were all scared of. Let's be real. We were all scared of, oh man, this might be the whole Darius Robinson 2.0. In one game, Walter Nolen proved why he was the 16th overall pick and a first-round pick in the draft. Walter Nolen looks so good. I'm so excited to break down the film and really kind of take a look to see exactly what happened, even in the plays that he wasn't, let's say, for quote-unquote, like, effective or the stats didn't reflect. I'm pretty sure he was a lot more effective than we saw on the stats, but he played very good, man. Very good. One thing I would love to see, maybe the Cardinals make a move at running back. Hey, we're 3-5. I know the season ain't dead yet. We got 9 games left? Got 9 games left. Bye weeks behind us. Jacoby Brissett is giving life to this offense. We scored 27 points on a team that it doesn't have a good defense. I will say it doesn't have a good defense, but on the other side of the coin as well, we held that team in check. CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, Ferguson, Javonte Williams. When I talk about you need to contain somebody, you can't stop them, obviously, but you need to contain them. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is the example that I'm talking about. Such a big overall win, man. Such a fantastic win by the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm so damn proud, man. I'm so damn proud. Yes, I'm keeping an eye on our draft pick, of course. This probably gets us out of the top 10, but who cares, man? Who cares? I want to win. I want to prove that everything everybody was saying was wrong, and so far we know it is. Like this offense can work. Drew Petzing's offense can work primarily if Jacoby is running it. Jacoby is running it. But let me give a real quick shout out here to the sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. That's going to be Sleeper, proud sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan throughout the entirety of the 2025 season. The NFL season is here, which means you now have a chance to 100 times your cash on daily fantasy football. Pick on stats for stars like touchdowns, passing yards, receiving yards, and fantasy points, and more for up to 100 times the payout on Sleeper. Get your picks right, and you can win big. Use promo code AZSF. You can get up to a $100 deposit match on your first initial deposit. Terms and conditions do apply. And also, they will provide you with a $20 just free money for you to use on their app if you use promo code AZSF. No deposit needed, so make sure you check out both those promotions. You will be getting both if you use my promo code. So appreciate Sleeper, proud sponsors of the AZ Sports Fan throughout the entirety of the 2025 season. But let's keep this conversation going, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we saw a clean game. We saw a complementary game offensively, defensively, special teams. Chad Ryland was pretty darn nails as well. And we saw Trey McBride. How many touchdowns does Trey McBride now have? Like, how many touchdowns does Trey McBride have now? Like, is it 5 now on the season when last year he had 2 in 17 games? Does he really have 5? Let me just double check here real quick. I don't think this is including. So he's got 5 touchdowns now. I don't think this is updated yet. I'm looking at ESPN. Yeah, I think he's got 5 touchdowns now. Man, Trey McBride's on another level right now, brother. On another freaking level. I'm so darn excited, man. I'm so darn excited to see how this team's gonna finish off. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun season. Trade deadlines tomorrow. Maybe the Cardinals make a move. We'll have to kind of wait and see how this shakes out. But man, it feels so good to now finally have something to talk about, some positive things, where we don't have to harp on all the bad things. Because honestly, there hasn't been very many bad things in this game. There really hasn't. Now, Mack Wilson Sr., I forgot to mention him. I don't know if he came back in this game. I know he left, and he left to the locker room. If Akeem Davis Gaither was there, it probably didn't come back. I'm going to have to kind of recheck that, but obviously prayers up to him. Cody Simon ended up making a really good play, forcing a fumble. Akeem Davis Gaither ended up recovering it. So actually, not just answer my own question, I don't think he actually did come back. So we'll have to watch out for that. Mack Wilson Sr., keeping our eyes on that. But overall, man, great debut by the rookie. Great offensive performance. Great defensive performance. Overall, put a bow on a cherry on top of the ice cream. We did what we came out to do in Jerry World. We set out. Well, I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. Let me know your overall thoughts, guys. Appreciate you for tuning in as always. You guys are amazing. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cardinals.